Okay, now this video is in no way, shape, or form promoting any type of Mike Tyson activities. This is no threat or anything like that. However, I do believe that Brenay deserves a good one too. I do also hope that you guys send this video to Brenay and Tim. I am going to tag them if I can, because I definitely have a few things to say. Now, before I get somebody in my comments talking about we are adults, we shouldn't be putting our hands on people, let me tell you something. I am a firm believer that when you try to reconcile some things with people, when you try to talk to people, when you try to work things out with people, when you are very vulnerable and you open yourself up to vulnerability and someone continues to shit on you, a good one too just may help. Now, I'm not really a person that gets my panties in a bunch with social media drama, but I think it's just something about this situation. I think it's the fact that she walks around and gloat with this man, a man who she has taken from his family, and Tim has allowed her to take him. She just gloats about it, and she has no care or remorse, and I think that's what really frustrates me. I was over on TikTok, and I'm not really on TikTok like that because I could just never really get into it. But I know Brenay is over there primarily because, you know, she got to pay our girl that 1.7. So I was over there in support. And there was a question somebody had asked her, or a statement, I think, and they were saying, you know, have you even had time to heal? You know, you got divorced and then you turn around and get married. Like, are you even giving yourself time to heal? And she kept saying how she's still healing. Both of them are still healing. When she was married to Devin, she was young and she didn't know how to be a wife. And she kept talking about God. She kept talking about God, how she is a firm believer in all of the things. And my question is, you really think that God approves of you and Tim's behavior in this situation? I say this with all seriousness. I really do think that there is an issue with Brenay. And I really do think that she would go to the lengths to get Tim. I also really think that Brenay is still in love with the young boy she met and not the grown adult that she has. Because there is no way you can sit here and tell me that you are in agreement and you want a man who is willing to leave his wife to marry you. I'm not trying to be shady or anything like that. Really analyze that. I wouldn't even if it is you, you are in agreement and you were within agreement with a man leaving his family to be with you. You are in agreement with a man leaving his children to be with you. Another question I have is, why was there no option for you and Tim to divorce y'all spouses before you got together? Was that not an option? Where is the morals and the character that you and Tim are supposed to have as adults? Even if you want to say Akira knew, even if you want to say that Akira didn't care, even if you want to say that Tim wants to say that he didn't love, whatever the case may be, why was it not an option to divorce your spouses? The least y'all could have done was divorce Devin and divorce Akira before you and him got together. Now, it still would have been a fucked up situation because it's trifling. But the least y'all could have done was given those people a proper divorce before you guys got together. Was that even an option? Where's the character? Where's the morals? You say you care about the children, yet you asked one of the children to give you a wet wipe after you were done sleeping with their daddy. How do you go from TT or whatever name you said both Akira and Tim gave you as part of the family? How do you go from that to being stepmom sleeping with their daddy? Even if you guys still loved each other from when you were younger, even if you and Tim wanted to be together, you and Tim were still legally married. You slept with each other under the noses of your ex-spouses. You cannot tell me God was approving of that. You cannot sit here and tell me that your actions was validated. You could have at least divorced each other's spouses before y'all got together. You couldn't wait. Tim is not the same man you fell in love with, Brenay. That was a married man with a family, and you took that man and he allowed you to take him away from his family. Even if you want to say Akira didn't want him or whatever you want to say, Akira didn't care or Akira knew, he had children with that woman. The least you can do, since you want to play stepmom, is at least make sure that man take care of his kids. Buying all these game consoles and all this extra shit and you haven't even paid child support or anything of that nature is wild to me. And that's who you want as a husband? I say this with all seriousness. Brenay, you are delusional over this nigga. You have no character as a woman. And I hate to say this, and I'm not trying to be mean or rude, but there may be a reason why you did not have children with Devin, and there may be a reason why you still don't have children. Because the way you are moving is very devilish. And no devil deserves to bring life into this world when you are in agreement with him being taken away from his own lives that he created with Akira. I heard somebody say that we're not taking into consideration of Brenay's mental and what if she offed herself. Did Brenay have any care of a Devin or Akira's mental? Did she have any care when she was flaunting that man while they were still legally married, moved him in and everything else? Did she have any care of their mental when she was doing all of the things? Tim and Brenay were being very selfish and they knew exactly what they were doing. Nobody feels sorry for how this played out. You slept with that man's husband while you were also married under the nose of each other's spouse. God will never approve a future for you and Tim.